All right, everybody, welcome to the Studying Brew, episode 1194 episodes. Yes, this is the 1194th episode. We're almost at 1200 episodes. That's a lot. That's a lot of anything, right? We are happy to be here. It's a great night.
It's a great night.
It's a great night to be here. It's a great night to be alive. We're so happy that you are all here on this beautiful Tuesday evening for this 30 minutes of studying for your SIE 6, 63, 26, 65, and Series 7. My name is Andy. I am the guy that runs the back office over here at KonaButterflyz, but you're not here for me. You're here for Brandy. She's got her Series 6, 63, 26, 65, and her Series 7, which makes her more than qualified to teach you all the things I mentioned that we were going to go over tonight, because that's what we're going to do tonight. We are going to go over test taking techniques tonight. We're going to do some test taking techniques Tuesday. What do you want to say about techniques Tuesday?
These are fun. These are.
I thought you were just leave it at that. Wow. These are
I
fun.
was gonna, I was gonna say more.
This is my NPC answer.
No, they're fun. They're awesome little shortcuts and hacks to kind of help you get to a right answer if you don't know what the answer is.
All I'm going to say is she does the techniques better than she can articulate it.
That's 1000% true.
And you are going to learn something, and it's going to be insightful. It's going to be something that you're going to want to add to your armor and your armory or your arsenal as you go into that exam battle. You definitely want it there, because if we talk about it all the time, like your brain goes blank sometimes when you're under pressure, under anxiety, under stress, under duress, if you will. And sometimes these exams have that effect on people. I was just reading an article today about um, little pathways in your brain and neurons and all this stuff. And basically, it adds that old cliche of what you think is what you believe is what your brain starts to wire itself to believe and do. So if you say, I know this is like a famous one out there, uh, FML. Some people know what that acronym stands for. Um, I don't know how to explain it other than you don't like your life, right?
Yeah.
Uh, Things suck. I hate this. Everything sucks. This test sucks. This exam sucks. I suck. I'm no good at this. I mean, sometimes some people say things way more negative, way more damaging. And sometimes people are just like, so what? I'm just talking to myself. It doesn't have an effect on if I pass this exam or not. Uh, yes, it does. So they were saying like your brain actually hardwires itself to actually believe these things. It doesn't know the difference between the truth and a lie. It just believes that that's what your limits are.
That's what the Matrix is all about.
It believes that's what your limits are set. You set your own limits basically in your own head and in your own brain. So it's true for the opposite. They find that people that are champions, the people that achieve a lot or have high success in things, and a lot of people go, "Oh, they're so lucky," or is it the fact that the people that achieve these high accolades or achievements or victories or whatever you want to call it are just wiring themselves to believe that? They don't tell themselves negativity. They don't say that it's bad. They don't say that it sucks. They just look at it the opposite. I'm going to overcome this. I'm going to win. I don't know how, but I'll figure it out. Haven't you heard people say that? I don't know how, but I'll figure it out. Some of you might be that very person, right? Things are all bad. It looks bad. Everything could be bad. But in the end of it, you go, you know what? I'll figure this out. This is not a big problem. I'll figure it out. I'll make it happen. We're going to make it work. It's going to go. Or have you ever been on a team or in your workplace where there's always that one dude, that one chick that always sits in the back and is always doubting everything, always negative. Oh, it's not going to work. This place is whatever, right? And then there's always the person that says, we'll figure it out, we'll get it. And 9 times out of 10, the people who say they figure it out, they will achieve it, because their brain is going to look for every possibility and option to overcome the challenge. They're not defeated before they start. A person who has already quit on it and is already wired for failure is going to find the failure. If you're wiring yourself for an exam fail, you are going to find the fail. It doesn't matter how many times you read that book. So if you haven't passed the exam or you've gone up against it and you've already had your attempt and it wasn't good, You have to really protect yourself in that situation and stop saying, well, the next time I'll probably fail, or I'm going to fail this, or this is not going to work out. And subliminally, you do this when you go into the exam or before. I say this all the time. More people that tell us they didn't pass are the same people who were telling us they weren't going to pass on the way there, or the day before, or the hours before. And also, we can see a trend of their consistency leading up to the exam as well. Did you study this week? Well, not as much as I wanted. Have you been doing exactly what we told you in the 21-day plan all the way through this week? No. Why not? Well, I just crammed and I just did this. They have their own plan that they're doing. Well, I followed this dude in the office. He was saying all he did was this. That worked for that one person, not necessarily for everyone. And they're the same people, always looking for the way out, always looking for the easy way, always looking for the fact that they weren't going to pass. I'm just going to go anyway and fail, and I'm just going to see how it's all about. If I know I've heard that a million times, Brandy. I'm just going to fail anyway. I'm just going to see what it's like. I'm going to take an attempt, and I'm just going to fail. I know I'm going to fail. It's not going to work. Then there's people that we've had on the studying brew, or where we have all throughout our membership and everything, and they'll tell us like, you know what? I've been scoring pretty dang good. I got the techniques down. I know I haven't even scored like anything higher than a 68, but I'm just gonna go in there. I'm gonna kill it. I don't care. I feel like I know the keywords and the techniques, and I've got your study guide. I've got it pretty good. I'm just gonna go for it. We've had several people that are just like that. How much content did you study? Just whatever you had in the book. I just kind of looked over it. I mastered the techniques though, and I just went in there and went and did it because I was gonna pass this thing. This the confidence of I don't care. I'm just gonna pass. Just the confidence of walking in there, just going to have this preliminary, just this thing I have to do, just this prerequisite of me sitting at this desk, but I'm going to get a pass on this when I walk out. That's what you have to do. How many times did you read the Series 7 book, Brandy?
None.
How many times did you read the Series 65 book?
None.
How many times did you score over a 70% when you took the 65?
Once.
How many times did you do it with the Series 7?
Not. I didn't even take a full quiz.
What did you have down though?
The techniques.
What are we teaching tonight?
Techniques.
So if you haven't joined us yet and you haven't got into what I'm trying to tell you, especially now that we've changed up KonaButterflyz with the 2.0, we are really focusing in on what I just said. We're focusing in on the keywords. We're focusing in on the positive mental attitude. We're focusing in on all the things that can't be learned out of any book anywhere. We're teaching you all that stuff to add to it because I'm going to be honest with you, most people can pass these exams, they just don't have that. And then once they have that part of it, they combine it with the amount of work they know. Guess what? Pass. That's it. I'm telling you guys, if you haven't joined in on the 2.0, it's been quite awesome. Today was test lab. Tomorrow we don't have member sessions, but Thursday we've got the power hour.
The power hour.
Q&A, power hour, whatever questions you want to ask Brandy to get you prepared for the exams, we're doing that. We are giving you the accessibility to just literally go on there and ask questions to help you get prepared on Thursday. Almost like another and there's nowhere else that does this. It's just random stuff that Brandy is just going to go ahead and field, answer the questions, and help you out and get these things done. So that way you feel like you have another opportunity to ask a live teacher, a live person to get what you need. So that way you can go get that pass notice. Our live sessions are all about all the stuff you can't learn in a book, quite frankly.
Yep.
All the stuff that you can need to ask a teacher live and in person. There you go. And then we have tutoring on top of it, small group tutoring for the discount. If you can't afford to go do a tutoring session where a one-on-one, you can do it in a small group. We break up the cost amongst a group of people so that way you can do tutoring twice a week. Tutoring for twice a week broken up like a share. There you go. We have that available as well. And we do have the one-on-one for those that can do that. We have that available. The space is limited, but we do have that for all the exams that we teach, plus our regular course videos and content you can learn anytime, any place, any time zone. You can stream them anywhere as long as you got some internet, and there you go. course videos. We got 21-day plans, 30-day plans, 60-day plans for the 65. We got small group tutoring, like I said, one-on-one tutoring. We got books for sale, SIE 663, 26, 65. 65 and SIE are interactive. They have videos in it. Kona community on the Discord. Give me a call, give me a text, 951-290-3077. We also have that email at KonaButterflyz@gmail.com. Scan the QR code, hit the links. Tomorrow, we do not have day sessions going on, but we will be back for the brew. So we'll be back tomorrow night. So that's just quite simply it. We are filling our day session up with actually one-on-one tutoring. So that's what we're doing tomorrow. So if you wonder what we're doing on Wednesdays, that's what we're doing. We're helping people who want to have that one-on-one time. It is available. So reach out. All right. You ready, Brandy?
Yeah.
Let's get to it. Test taking techniques Tuesday. We talked about it. We talked about the advantage. We talked about how Brandy got these exams done with these techniques. We have rules to test taking techniques Tuesday. Rule number 1, you're not allowed to ask what exam did that question come from. Don't focus on Q banks. Don't focus on exam questions. We're focusing in on keywords. We're focusing on techniques. We're focusing on the real world meaning of things, not messing it up with all your securities tries. A try of knowledge, right? We're not muddying it up with all this stuff that making it overcomplicated. We're keeping it simple. That's what we're doing, right? And then how do we get good at anything? Like everything else, you got to practice. Can't be like Allen Iverson. That's not how you get championships. You got to be like Kobe. You got to stack them up just like that, right? So we want you to do a 10-question flash quiz, 10 questions, 10 minutes, 1 minute of thought. And if you don't think that's possible, guess what? It is possible because Brandy's shown time and time again that she can get 6 questions done in 2 minutes, 6 of them.
Yeah.
So you can imagine she only needs 1 more minute and she's got 10. So
I can do 10 in less than 3.
there you go. There's my math. So there you go. And if you don't believe us, we'll be doing that tomorrow night on the brew. We'll be going over the first 6, and Brandy will show you her time at the end, as she always does, of how long it took her to get through it, using little content and a whole lot of technique.
Yep.
And observations.
Yep.
Did I say anywhere that you don't need to study content?
No, you did not say that.
I just said you got to keep it simple. There's some people that take that and go, I don't need to study it all. No, that is not true.
Correct.
And we're going to show you tonight. Ready?
Yeah.
Go.
Okay. Go. Okay, so I looked at all of these things, right? I said the yield to maturity, a future value, present value, accumulated value. Kind of never really saw accumulated value. So I put a question mark there, but I was like, okay, well, I got yield to maturity and all this other stuff, right? So I was like, you know what? I don't see an obvious technique here. Like, I don't see it. It's not like standing out at me. Like, nothing's like kind of staring, like, bam. So I was like, okay, well, maybe I have to use my Kona catchphrase slightly. So check this out. It says present value. So we're literally talking about present value. Is there an answer choice that has present value in it? Yes, there is. C. And then look, I'm just going to kind of confirm it with what this insufficient. It says we used 8%, but we only had 6%. So that's insufficient. Boom. We
Boom.
expected 8.
Look at that. Carlos got it.
We used 6. But there you go.
He went to our workshop.
He did.
He's got this.
Yes. Yes. Should catch the replays. All right. When we see 4 numbers on the screen, we put them in chronological order and we pick the third highest. So 24 is the lowest, 25 is next.
Ooh, it's 30.
30 is the third, and 32 is the highest.
D.
The answer is.
I'm doing this all day long if I don't know anything.
Right.
If I'm running out of time, I ain't got time for math. I don't remember any of this shiznit. I'm going over this.
Yeah, exactly. So that is our answer.
He's even pushing that Vegas
I know.
workshop so bad.
Yeah, I know. We have a banquet.
I know.
Sorry. All right. Okay. So then I said marking up a security by 5%, selling a security, marking up a security by 10%. So right away, these two are my similar ones, right?
So they have a percentages in there.
Yes, because because they say marking up.
Well, I was just saying A and C are similar only because they have the percents in there. None of the other questions. I'm just going off no techniques.
Yeah.
I mean, just with techniques.
Yeah. So I'm looking at this first.
Right. That's what I'm saying. None of the other ones have that.
Yeah. But then I looked at it and I was like, okay, C, 10%, more than industry standards, even has the and in it.
C has and.
But then I looked at A, and A says marking it up to 5, but telling the client it's only 2. I don't know about you guys, but this is bad.
That is not good.
It's bad. That's bad, right?
Yeah.
So then I looked at the question and it said fraudulent.
Ooh, we're looking for the bad.
Yeah. So guys, it's A. And I didn't even have to read anything else.
Nope.
I mean, in any industry, in any business, if you mark it up by 5, but you only tell 2, dude, that's fraud. That's not a securities thing. That's a life thing.
Okay, back to technique. So I know that your technical part of your brain gets in the way, but A and C are similar because it has the percents, right?
No, because it says marking up a security by.
Why can't it be similar because it has the percents and the marking up?
It could be similar because it has both.
Okay. Just asking a question.
Yeah.
Because if I was me because I am me and I don't know anything, I'm just like everybody else, I would have said, oh, both of those are similar because they have percents in them. That would have just stood out to me. I see funny symbols.
Okay. I
That's
mean,
all.
you're not wrong.
I mean, I would have got to A anyway.
Yeah. I mean, you're not wrong. I just look at words. I just look at the first few words first. That's all. Wrong, Tom.
Then C.
An individual who, oops, that's right. Wrong tool. Wrong tool.
Then C's the answer on this one if that's the case.
Why?
Because it's the only one that doesn't start with the individual.
An individual who, an individual represents an employee of the feds, an individual who. There, so I could say that these might be similar.
True, but I'm just looking at words.
Right. But then I also looked at this says commercial paper and that says commercial paper.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I saw that these are National Bank, that is Treasury, and this is
National
represents
Bank.
a broker dealer.
Oh, D's a National Bank too.
Mm-hmm. All right. It says who must register? Who must register? Somebody representing a broker dealer. But see, I have too many highlights here now. Too many highlights. I was focused on commercial paper.
Yeah, I wouldn't have got that.
Okay.
Based on techniques, I wouldn't have got that.
I would have, because that's what I focused on right there.
Got you.
Okay. Anyways, the answer is B. And then
I'm just being honest.
Okay. I got optimal, I got diversified, I got unrelated, and I got efficient frontier. This is the only one that's not a portfolio.
I would have said A and D were similar too. Optimal and efficient.
And then I'm going to look at the question. And I'm going to see a portfolio. So frontier is out. That maximizes preferences.
Optimal.
There we go. Boom. Boom. Maximizes. All right. Next. Life insurance policies, bank and brokerage statements, tax returns, social media. This is not money related.
Nope. B has an and.
It does have an and. C, I'm not a CPA. Oh, because you said tax returns. I hear you. So it said gathering information, financial profile, except D.
Yeah.
I don't really, guys, when I'm looking at my client's stuff, I'm not even really looking at my client's tax returns either, to be quite honest with you.
This is more of a plain meaning of the words instead of techniques tonight, or the technique of looking at the plain meaning of words.
Hey, I went through 50 questions today. I was not focused.
No, I'm just asking. That's pretty much what we've noticed so far.
Yeah.
Because none of the and things working. Some of the stuff I usually lean on, but that worked.
That worked.
Yeah.
Yeah. That worked.
I would have got it right because I'm just looking at the plain meaning of the word also. I mean, just because I see an and, it doesn't necessarily mean always to pick B.
Right.
You got to look at the question.
Yes.
And then I'm looking at social media is not anything to do with money.
Right.
Still works.
Yes.
That's it?
That's it.
Wow.
That was all
That was a
six.
weird silence there, Brandy. All right. We're done. We made it. We got through the six. Anything you want to add?
No, I'm good.
Look, guys, sometimes it doesn't work. Sometimes I don't always see what Brandy sees in these, right? I'm just taking it as just like you, right? And then not even if they don't work for you 100% of the time, not even if they work 90% of the time. Let's just say that they worked for three of the questions and all you needed was three to get a pass notice. That's all that really matters, doesn't it? That's all that matters. So it doesn't matter if the last seven or whatever didn't even work and you got three of those questions right and you get a pass notice. Those were three you weren't going to get right anyway because you were probably going to guess those anyway, right? So that's what you need to focus in on. These techniques were meant to give you that edge, that bump, that percent that gets you over that hump of getting from a 66 to a 70%. Or if you're taking the 65, 92 right, right? That's it. That's all that matters. 63, how many you got to get right?
43.
There you go. That's it. That's it. So if the techniques add that little bump or they give you that little push to get the pass notice, it's worth learning, isn't it? Even if sometimes it doesn't always work out exactly how you think they're supposed to work out, but that might be because you haven't had enough time with it, like I haven't, where Brandy's teaching this stuff day in, day out in the workshop. She's going to do Q&A. She's going to be doing that power hour on Thursday. She's got those one-on-one sessions. By the way, how much is a one-on-one session if you're not a member?
100.
If you are a member,
75.
there you go. Reach out, text me, give me a KonaButterflyz at gmail.com if you want one of those one-on-ones. But also, you can also do the small group tutoring where you break up that cost literally for one session. Brandy's breaking that up for everybody, so you don't have to pay that cost. So what an awesome thing we got going on here. Check us out. Scan the QR code, hit the links. All I know is you got to stay safe out there. Wash your hands. Don't touch your face. Don't touch your friend's face. That's all I know. And keep the positive mental attitude. PMA, everybody. We'll see you on the Brew tomorrow night.
Thank you all so much for being on. We super appreciate you. Practice techniques in your quizzes. We will see you guys tomorrow night. Have a great one.